Where'd she go? Yeah! Ah! Okay.
I caught that celebration wiggle in at least 60 frames.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Persia here, and the name of today's game is gonna be VALORANT. But before we go any further, we've got some heavy hitters in the lobby right now. First things first, Brandon from Riot Games is joining us.
Hello.
We also got Sebi all the way from the UK.
Hey, great to be joining you guys.
This game can run on all different types of computers and laptops, but I'm gonna kick it over to Brandon so he can get into all those details.
That's right. We really wanted to make sure that Valorant is accessible to a wide range of players. That really means taking special care to optimize the game, both for high-end machines, but also for older and low-end machines.
Which I think is amazing because my laptop that we're gonna be playing on later is a complete potato.
I've done some of my best gaming on potatoes. I love playing on potatoes.
All right, so you have to carry us in the second game, all right?
All the way from London. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, my shoulders are ready.
Luckily, we get to kick things off on the high-end setups first, you know, get that warm-up in. I think we just need to jump into it, guys.
Let's get into it. So I'm running this on my high-end games machine at the moment, and so far, like, the game just runs like silky smooth. And I think I've probably hit, it's peaked somewhere around maybe like the 400 frames mark, which is obviously like, is way higher than any monitor you're ever going to get that's going to be able to sort of show that off. But I've cranked everything up to full, and I've not been able to get the game to dip below about 150 yet.
This game really tried to make the game run for like the competitive atmosphere where you just have a bunch of frames, and like if you have the hardware to run it, you shouldn't really like notice a dip below what your monitor should support. So I really have everything turned up all the way to the max right now.
We might win this one. Guys!
Our high-end game, it's in the books, but what I'm really excited to see is how our low-end setups, you know, how they do. Because this laptop that I'm going to be playing on, which I've set up, which I've connected to this monitor for, you know, I need some luxury, all right? This laptop is stressful because I can't record the gameplay while I'm playing. It is just the game. So that's how low end my laptop is. I got a whopping 68 frames in the firing range. Seb, what are you working with?
68 frames is not bad running on an old laptop. I'm impressed. So you said you had a potato before. I have a 10-year-old spud that was left in some like accountant's office floor that they just didn't want. It's a 2-core, 3 gigahertz CPU. I think we've got about 4 gigs of RAM going on in here, and it is a 1 gigabyte graphics card VRAM, like DDR3. It's old school. I checked it out. It came out like when I was much more youthful. And Brandon, what are you bringing to the table in this low-end tech setup?
This machine is really just like a 2.4 or 2.5 gigahertz machine, dual core, 4 gigs of RAM. There's no actual discrete graphics card in it. It's the integrated graphics card, and this CPU is maybe like 8 years old, so it is like a piece of work actually, and you can kind of see it in the background. It's not the prettiest thing, but we'll see where it goes.
All right, you guys, enough with all the tech talk. It's time to hop right into the match. So Potato Squad, let's assemble.
After assembling that PC, I'm entirely ready to assemble this. I'm loving that like Phoenix just looks basically the same. He's looking sharp for a guy who's suddenly 10 years younger, I suppose. Or is he 10 years older? No, he's 10 years older.
We actually took like a pretty interesting approach on scaling down everything for different specs. Characters, environments, and weapons all take off different features depending on like what they are. So for characters, we try to make it so like, you know, we retain a lot of the like skin stuff, and for guns, they still seem shiny and all of that. It's a really interesting thing. So like on low spec, it shouldn't be that much worse.
All I know is I am already astonished that this laptop is even running this right now because it can't do much.
So far, I'm just amazed that the frames per second has been like so consistent.
You're right.
Since this game's loaded in, I think I've seen a couple of dips here and there in like major combat, but you know I've hit a peak of 82 already.
Ooh, and the
Nice.
headshot. Let's go.
It's a little bit more satisfying winning, like killing someone at a lower frame rate in like
It
on a
is.
potato.
Oh no, she. Oh, I
Oh,
got
nice,
it.
nice.
Let's go. Yes, double kill. We're in there.
Even I have gotten a kill. Something's gone crazy.
Yes. Oh, last one. Let's get it. You got this. Oh, this is easy. This is easy. Let's go. Show him. Tell. I made this game. Tell him.
So, Brandon, one of the questions I really wanted to ask you about, when you guys were thinking about developing this game, was the priority to make a game that would run on older systems, or was it a byproduct of making a game that fit the particular art style that you've gone for in Valorant?
Performance all across the board was definitely really important, especially on the high-end machines for the competitive aspect, as many frames as we can get. And it's not really a byproduct, but it's kind of like along those lines. We wanted to make the game run on a wide range of hardware and kind of get as many people who wanted to play the game playing the game. So what that really means is like, yeah, you don't need the nicest computer to run this, and that wins all across the board on every spec of hardware, and that just makes it so like our low spec can play the game at like a decently like acceptable frame rate.
Nice.
All right, you guys, we did it. We played one game of Valorant on a high-end PC. We played one game of Valorant on a low-end potato, my poor laptop. But we did it. We succeeded, and I somehow played better on the potato than I did my high-end PC.
You know what? I did as well, so clearly there's a thing going around. All I know is like I've clearly got to start jamming some RGB into my low-end machine, because this is the one I'm going to keep playing the game on. Clearly.
I work on this, and I'm always surprised at how well it runs on these low-end machines. Like when you're in the game, it's just the game, right? So that's what it felt like to me.
Exactly. Once you're in there and you're worried for your life, all the other stuff kind of fades away, but it was so much fun. Thank you so much to Brandon and Seb and Aaron and Ben for teaming up and trying out some fun experiments here with our tech. But for you at home, if you're feeling like your tech can't stand up to the challenge, it's free to play. Just give it a shot. You might be just as surprised as I was. So go ahead and download and learn more at playvalorant.com. And until next time, see you later.